Good evening. Hope you had a good week so far. Oh, whoops. Once again, I am plagued with week so far. Oh, whoops. Okay, there we go. Don't know. I think after the first few times I would learn to pay attention to if stream I am currently on this like tabs closed so that the audio doesn't repeat on itself, but anyways. Yeah, we're in the middle of the week, and hope you've had a good run so far. We had a pretty decent run going in grip, and I am coming back to it to continue it. I think last we left off, we were through 3 tiers, and I think the difficulty got bumped up. So oh wait, I think we want to go to campaign. Yeah, okay. Continue the campaign. Here we go. Yep, we are at it. We have gone up to normal. Can't wait to see how badly I get my butt kicked. Also, probably gonna have to shake off a little bit of rust too, so. Might be surprised if I had to like repeat some events, but better way to shake it off than actually getting in there. Or a little oil onto this old bucket of bolts. Lightweight bucket of bolts. Find ourselves on the red planet, or at least pastiche of it, anyway. I gotta check what type of event this is. Oh. Guess we'll find out. Ah, looks like a regular race. Oh my god. This is actually the point race, right? This is the point race where you gotta hit opponents, do stunts, fun stuff. 2 laps. Oh, it's gonna be good. Holy cow, that that railgun weapon was kind of insane. Almost feels unbalanced compared to the arsenal that they were giving us beforehand. It was just like, what, swarmer rockets and a guided missile and I think like a lock-on machine gun. I don't think too overbearing, and then we get just, hey, use a gigantic ass laser for no reason. Whatever, that's supposed to be like the blue shell equivalent. Man, that shot kind of skyrocketed me to first. No doubt, placement will still catch the others right back up, but man, already in real good standing. Times like those make me real glad that these vehicles are double-sided. You can drive them on both sides. Oh man. I just need a racer to come up so I can lock on and unload. Yeah, oh man. Couple 100 extra points. Ooh. I think someone tried to bomb me, but they missed. I probably should have held B there. I have to remember that I can reset my position whenever I get into kind of a lengthy crash and burn. Dang. Alright, where am I at? Currently first. Yeah, it's again. Railgun completely carried me. Holy cow. First place in the first race. We're off to a good start here. How do I continue? Oh, there we go. think I just had to wait. I just had to wait for him. Don't get impatient. Okay. Yeah, old Magnus here is still bothering us, even though we kicked their butts in a duel. Hello, hello. Hello, Molecular Shadow Fox. Good to see ya. Right, race 1 of 3 down. Let's see what the next event type is going to be. Yep, event 1, the same as usual. Oh, they're all ultimate races. Okay, so it's just about yeah, just about owning opponents, doing 6 stunts and trying to drive to the finish. Always a good day when it's a racing game. I agree with that. Right, let's get into Serpent's Run. Yeah, I'm playing grip here. It's kind of like a wipeout, like with sort of your up and down and all around kind of racing. It's been alright so far. How are things? Things are going pretty well. Work's been steady. Play has been steady. I've been playing like a Dragon Ishin on the side. That's been pretty fun so far. It's been a while since I last played one of the RGG studio games, so it's nice to kind of get back into the swing of things. How are you tonight? Oh boy, I'm really not doing well on stunt points at the moment. Need to get a weapon post-haste and hope I can hit some other folks with them. Oh jeez, oh man. Here we go, time to wall ride, let's go. Oh, time to transfer. Yeah, look at that, wall transfer, baby. I think I got hit. Did I get hit? Yeah, that was that railgun thing that hit me. Oh jeez, okay, okay. Lock and fire! Dang! hit a spike. It's a stalagmite. Pretty good, thanks. Having a nice, easy week. I'm on interviews to join my team. Ooh! Doing interviews, huh? It's always a fun bit. I always, personally never was on any, like, sort of committee to kind of review applicants, but folks I work with do talk about, you know, having to interview prospective employees. That's always been a fun story. Filter out the dead wood that don't want to work. Yep, there's that. Yeah, I've definitely heard some interesting stories about certain folks. Right. Oof, 6, man. That's okay. We still got first, so I don't think our overall ranking will be hurt too hard by this. But yeah. Yeah, you do hear the folks that you wonder sometimes how they got through life before then, right? Either the ones who are overconfident or the ones who seem like they absolutely have no idea how anything seems to work. Well, hey, you know what? Third. I'm in third. That's okay. And we're going to Frigid Ridges. I gotta do 6 or better. So we're in good standing. I'm in good standing. You know you're off to a great start when they show up, when they turn up in tracksuit pants and trainers. Oh yeah. The ones who dress inappropriately for the job, that's already a red flag right there. Right, it's when you don't dress up for an office job, or you look like you're too dressed up for like a blue collar job. You know you're in for a fun time. We're off to an okay start here. Got a decent set of weaponry that we've been using to accumulate points. Aw, man, they popped a shield. Curse them. Ah, man. Thought I could have shifted a bit to try to get that pickup. Ah! Every time. It does feel like... Gotta hate it when, you're trying to get a pickup, but the person just ahead of you snatches it right out from under your nose. Alright, sounds like someone's about to try to blast ahead of me. We'll be ready for them once these swarmer rockets get a beat on them. Or we could just finish him first, that would be fine too. Do that while doing some sick aerial stunts. Tony Hawk, eat your heart out. Okay, they are like way behind. I'm kind of got the lock on. Let's wait for that thing to. Oh, yeah. I guess the rockets weren't, the guidance system on that weapon, whatever it was, wasn't good enough for it. Their loss. Looks like a cross between Motorstorm, Burnout, and WLD Thunder tanks. Ah, yeah. I think the folks who developed this game specifically worked on like Roll Cage before, so I think that was the direct inspiration. But yeah, I can definitely see the Wipeout comparisons and Burnout for sure as well, because the game goes pretty fast. It can go pretty fast. You know, you can see, oh, I guess you can't see the odometer because I'm covering it, but yeah, I'm going like 300 miles per hour at the moment, so, you know, it's supposed to be fast. Where am I? Currently first, yeah, because... Wow, look at that. Eked out a win by 9 points. Boom. After a middle of the series slump, I fight it back. 300 plus is very F-Zero. Ah, wait. Yeah. Well, yeah, but... I thought F-Zero went up to like thousands of kilometers per hour. At least I remember seeing that on the speedometer, right? If we're going with like raw numbers, F-Zero is like super duper fast, probably like the fastest racing game. That is, unless we know how fast Star Wars Episode 1 Racer is. Like, I don't think it was like in the original F-Zero, but I remember seeing it like F-Zero GX, I think, had like this speedometer. Everything else is rookie numbers next to F-Zero. Yeah! Power, the speed scale's off the charts. Anyways, here's a tiebreaker. That doesn't matter because we're not in it. I placed first. Aha! I'm alright at these ultimate races. It's like the regular races where things get real tricky. I have here Deathmatch Arena, so it's gonna be all battle. Gotta do 6 or better. Just 2 of them. Shepa Compound. Arena DM. Hey, it's Arena Direct Message. Why are we fighting at the Direct Message Center? Yeah. No, wait, no, that's the mode. That's the mode. Arena Deathmatch. The arena name is Basin. What am I saying? Anyways, we're going to Shepa Compound first anyway, so that's like not relevant yet. Oh man. Guess if Metroid Prime got an HD remaster, maybe you think Nintendo might go for the F-Zero GX remastered. I think that would be pretty rad. Especially if they like melded that together with AX. I would be cool with that. I'm sure a lot of people would be cool with that. I just need a bead. Need a bead. There we go. Eat rocket. I didn't hit anyone with that rocket. God damn it. Let's see if I can nail someone with the swarmers. Time to pull up the shield. And they hit me in the front. Fantastic. I got a hit. I got 50 points. That puts me in 3rd. Yeah, I guess this follows like Crash Team Racing / Mario Kart rules of scoring. Every hit you land gets you points. Ooh, that was a good amount of score there. And here's some more score. Oh, look at that. See, I was right in the first, baby. Just gonna secure. We're gonna strengthen our lead here. Oh wow! Look at that. Jump to 1,000. I guess because we got a frag in. Oh, I assumed that was an opponent. I didn't realize that was just a barrel. Well, the barrel had it coming anyway. I'm sure it was like working for space pirates. Yeah, we'll go with that. Alright, let me get one more in. Dang. That's okay. We got first anyway. I'm pretty sure that was a pretty definitive first. Yep, very definitive, because we were the only one with an actual kill, I think. Well, actually, no, because the scoreboard directly says right there, we got 0 kills. So, wait, why the devil did I get 1,000 points then? I assume the score bonus, massive score bonus, will be from a kill. Unless, like, you know what? Maybe I should just take the W. One game that would make for a good stream is R-Type Final 2. Ooh. I've kind of had an idea in the back of my head to kind of do a shmup as a stream. Might be something I might try out though. Yeah, R-Type Final. I think another shmup I had in my head was like Jets and Guns. I forget what the inspiration for that was. I remember playing that like, God, is that like over a decade ago? Yeah, Jets and Guns is like very, very old, but it's very silly and very fun. I would at least play Jets and Guns too. Another shmup I would probably think about playing is like maybe Jamestown, like another very, very old shmup, but it's one I remember enjoying. I know they put out like an update sometime later that added like more ships and stuff, so maybe I could check that out as well. Yeah. Anyways, we should go to Basin, not Arena DM as I said the first time. No, this is Basin. Arena DM is short for deathmatch. In case we're gonna get in there, see where we go. Oh wow, we're in Swampland now. The Swamp Planet. Swamp Canyon. Well, I guess there's a reason why they called it Basin, huh? Yeah, wow, that was like right, a direct hit. Oh wait, dang it, those are barrels. Oh, but I got someone anyway. Okay, cool. These arenas are a lot more fun when they don't have like the whole gravity-defying antics like the first set of deathmatch maps had. Wow, that actually hit someone. And so did that. Alright, let's pick up some more weapons here. Got a shield. Suddenly reminded of Twisted Metal. Hehe, yeah. This definitely feels like yeah, it's like either a take on Twisted Metal or, yeah, a take on the combat modes the other kart racers of the ilk had, right? Like Mario Kart and Crash Team Racing. I guess compared to Twisted Metal, though, Grip's arsenal is rather mundane by comparison, right? You just got machine guns and rockets and, you know, good weapons, but definitely not as wild as some of the stuff you could get in Twisted Metal. I remember you could get stuff like, what, freeze rockets and ghost rockets and, like, napalm and a variety of other stuff. Anyways, these deathmatch events always seem like freebies, right? It's like the AI is, like, pretty intense when it comes to racing, but when it comes to, like, arena combat, they don't seem quite as fearsome. In any case, I think we got through that with like a clean sweep first in both events, so we're gonna get ourselves a full 2,000 points. Tiebreaker because, well, who cares? I'm not in it. We're gonna continue. We're gonna take our first place and move on. Tournament 3. Now we're going to the classic race. All right. Twisted Metal's ricochet bombs were always handy, how they bounced all around the arena. Heh, yeah. All the chaos. That's like the fun part of the early games. They weren't afraid to get wacky. I remember the Twisted Metal reboot. They tried to ground the things in a way, at least with the art style. Quite succeeded at it. Alright, tournament. Let's see what we got here. Just 2 events. Alright. First going to Fick Outpost. I'd love to see a live action film of Twisted Metal. I think the only problem with that is I'm almost certain that if, you know, Hollywood had to go at it, it would be like 75% people talking and like 25% car combat. I can imagine it'd be a lot like Death Race. Yeah, I could see that. Of course, now it's like an actual race-ass race. I gotta actually like try to get first, or at least you know, not below 6, or not below 6. Yeah. As long as I get, like, not below 6. Oh, jeez, I've got physics by a wall. Oh, man. Super stoked for the FNAF film, though. I saw the leaked photos online. Well, I mean, let's see, I imagine for people, yeah, they would probably have to, you know, get the costumes right. Of course, the detention of a security guy having to do patrols in Chuck E. Cheese's pastiche that is obviously full of murderous mascot costumes. They gotta get that feel right, too. So, guess as long as they got that down, then they're probably gonna do alright. Oh, so that's what's been slowing me down. Just a turret that's just... Uh-oh. Alright, let that beep and come, and... Oh. Alright, I guess the curves let me lose. Oh, geez, what's happening? Oh, I got railgunned. That's what happened. Is that a rail... Yep, that's a railgun. Need to get that creepy look they have. Oh yeah, definitely what you need right there. Right, you gotta get them as close to at least something that feels right. Right, something like a Mario movie, or you know, the Sonic movies when they manage to at least do the second pass on it. Just hope it doesn't end up looking like that Wally World film with Nick Cage. Oh. Imagine that probably didn't go out too well, huh? Wally World. I don't think I've heard of that film before. I assume that's supposed to be like a dig on amusement parks and their mascots and stuff. That's my guess. I'm completely conjecturing there. You never said a word in the home film. What? Okay, that's weird, right? You're gonna put Nick Cage in, you're not gonna give him any speaking lines? So it's like casting Jack Black and then not having him speak any lines. Also, you're putting him in like a nondescript suit for the entire duration of the film, right? Or I guess with any notable celebrity, right? You put in any new celebrity and you don't show their face or their voice. Unless it's something they want, or they're doing it on purpose as a gag. Ooh, new items. Anyways, we're going to District 404. Let's see how this goes. Is it just me or the loading screen picture set's like different this week? Maybe it's just me. I'm probably just imagining things. My bad, it's Willy's Wonderland. Well, either way, including Nick Cage and not giving him a speaking role seems like a rather egregious oversight. Alright, I get far enough so I get this missile lock on. Oh yeah. The mute janitor. Well, I guess if they had his face, right? If they had his face, it's not quite as egregious. Although still, again, you'll be right, not having him speak, kind of a deal. But I don't know. Oh man, that that weapon hit really took a lot out of me. Okay, I got swarmers. Times like those make me glad I can wall ride. Ugh, man. This track is not very long. Alright, got fourth. That's okay. Still better than 6. By the way, any plans to play through Midnight Club 3? Well, I think that would probably be dependent on if I want to get like the Rockstar launcher on my computer, because, well, Midnight Club series is not on Steam anymore, last I checked. I actually did figure out why I got Midnight Club 2. I think it was I was looking it up on Google, right, and dug up an old article which said it was like back in 2014 or so, where they were saying if you join like the Steam group for Rockstar, they would give everyone in the group like a copy of Midnight Club 2. I think that's what happened. I joined the Rockstar Steam group just to get Midnight Club 2, and well, there it sat for like 9 years or so until today, or until that week I started playing it, because I was like, hey, you know what, I got this and I've heard of it before, why don't I try it out? I think they delisted the Midnight Club games from Steam like too long ago. And yeah, I think the Rockstar launcher is probably the only one I'm gonna get to them, unless they have a change of heart and decide to put them back on Steam. It could happen. It could happen. I mean, the EA games were gone from Steam for like a while, and then they brought them back, right? For a long time, you could only play like Sims 4 if you would. To play Sims 4 on PC, you would have to like do it on Origin, and then we finally put that on Steam along with like Titanfall 2 and a couple other games that had not been on before that. If they brought that back, it could be a serious Forza contender with current gen consoles and PCs. Yeah, I could see that. They would have to do like a serious modder. They have to do a lot of like quality of life updates to kind of bring it up there, right? Because Midnight Club 2 / Midnight Club 3 HD might not cut it. It would probably have to make it more substantial, like give people a reason to go around in the overworld and not just hunting down cars and pepper secrets everywhere, maybe other sorts of stuff. But yeah, if they had like the customization there, it just needs an HD overhaul. Hey, you know what? If they just did like Midnight Club HD, I think a lot of people would be cool with that. Because the checkpoint style of racing they had, I think it would age pretty well, as considered. All right, here we go. Tier 4 duel. Who are we gonna face off against here? Me versus Sarge. Oh man. That's my biggest rival. I guess it's Sarge. Alright. Lends itself so well to the whole street racing thing. Yeah. Oh, and they gotta like keep the handling and like the physics the same, right? Give it the super arcadey, super loose, super responsive feel. Don't try to give it any sort of weight like you might with Most Wanted or most Hot Pursuit 2010 or the Forza games, which I enjoy, but the more arcadey feel of Midnight Club, it needs to stay arcadey, right? To kind of set it apart. Oh my god, wait, this is the track with the really weird turn into the funnel? Oh boy, this is gonna be real fun. As long as it's better than Need for Speed handling. Yeah, that's what I mean. What? Okay, at least I got him. Oh, jeez, okay. Get back on the track. Somehow I managed to stay ahead. Uh-oh. No, I don't have any shields! Yeah, as long as they don't, like, try to give the car, like, some sort of weighted handling, I think it would... Midnight Club HD would work. Or, like, a Midnight Club reboot, I guess it would be. It would work pretty well. Okay, so this is just a race-ass race, but... Oh. Our rival is handing us our booty right now. That said, according to the distance marker, we are closing distance. So, thankfully, Rubber Band is not rearing its ugly head yet. This is a normal difficulty race, so don't expect it to, you know, get too absurd yet. From what I've seen, Need for Speed Unbound's handling is just trash. Yeah, I did play the demo they had like a couple weeks back, and I was not too impressed by it. Right, the art style's like great. I think that's like the best thing about it. But yeah, everything else about Unbound was kind of a it was a Need for Speed game for better or worse. Oh my god. What was that? I came first! What is this, a Forza Horizon showcase event? Just keeping us neck to neck. Make that down to the wire there. Look, I beat him by freaking 0.05 of a second. I was reading that player numbers dropped Dropped like a lead balloon. Ah, that's unfortunate. But yeah. Man. Again, art style, second to none. I absolutely adore it. And, you know, the way they kind of put in the smoke effects and everything. Yeah, there we go. Kick. That's Sarge. That's not... whatever. Tier 5. We're going on to Tier 5. Disruptor pickup now unlocked. A pack compression and catch-up tool. This power-up slows down time for racers based on position. Oh, it's like a lightning bolt, or the time watch from Crash Team Racing. Got it. Rather unfortunate, because I don't think there's like any sort of other open world kind of urban racing game quite like Need for Speed out at the moment. Which is why, yeah, I guess it would be prime position for another series to kind of come out and strut its stuff, like, you know, how City Skylines came out and ate SimCity's lunch after that 2013 game when, you know, crashed and burned. Oh man, talk about like another freaking surprise. City Skylines 2 is like just dropped an announcement trailer. It's like, yeah, we're making another game. Hey, another City Skylines game. It's like a decade old now. Why don't we put out a sequel? Ah, man. Here's hoping that goes well. You wonder how they will change it up from City Skylines. Oh man. Maybe I should put City Skylines on the docket. Just do that for like a chill stream or something sometime down the line. I wonder if that would work as like a semi-regular. I can think about it later. But yeah, I saw that on Steam yesterday when I logged in. Yeah. It's always fun when you know, you get the announcement that kind of just hits you, right? Either a game that just comes out of nowhere, or a sequel that's just like, whoa! Didn't expect they would make a sequel to that. For us, that would be City Skylines 2. Got it goes. Anyways, we're gonna do a speed demon event now. As the name suggests, it's all about speed. The only pickups you get are turbo pickups and boost pads. So it's all about the racing. I'm intrigued by that farming DLC for House Flipper too. Ah. I admit, I have not been keeping too close to tabs on House Flipper. I do have it wishlisted, so I do want to pick it up eventually. Aw, jeez. Can I restart? I think I got off on the right wheel there, or the left wheel for that matter. Such a chill game. Yeah. Now, the one thing I always had, I would have to do. Thankfully, they have. That's right. They had like that option that turns like all the bugs into glass shards, which I would probably do because I don't know. Bugs just like creep me the fuck out, especially if it was like a giant pile of bugs. I was like, eh, ooh. I don't like panic or anything, but it makes me real squeamish. Alright, it's all turbos all the time. Might as well pop turbos because, well, I'm always gonna get turbos. Just keep boost chaining. Gotta go fast. Gotta go faster, 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 faster. Yeah, those cockroaches are creepy when you hear them scuttling. Oh, yes, that's it. Although I've never heard of using a vacuum to get rid of them. I have to assume that's like a convenience kind of thing, because you know, having to use like whatever actual tools they would use to, you know, get rid of pests probably would complicate things a bit too much. Actually reminds me of a story I like read once about a person who had like an ant infestation in their home, and Their genius plan to get rid of it was to vacuum up all their ants, and then turn on their gas stove, and then just let the vacuum, let the vacuum hose near the gas stove, and, well, you can see where this is going. Big explosion because, surprise, surprise, methane and sparks that are generated from a vacuum, when you put them together, kaboom. I nearly had a heart attack when there was a mole in the garden of a house. Oh, man. Yeah, small pests are one thing, but seeing larger ones, especially ones that have the potential to, do harm to you, that's a whole different story. Yeah, not just moles, but I imagine something like other sorts of wild animals as well would probably not. It would probably get you good. Probably get you good. The heck, I guess I can't drive on the bottom road. Alright. Alright, I get the feeling I'm not gonna finish well on this track. I've fallen way too far behind. Alright, if I see the finish line and I'm like still 9th, I should probably just restart. Yeah, you know what? Forget it. I'm just gonna restart now. Yeah, when I lived in the US, it's spooky seeing the raccoons at night with the glowing eyes. Oh yeah, for sure. Especially when raccoons are like one of those types of animals that could attack you if you provoke them the wrong way. Go ahead and restart that. Yeah. I mean, I get it, right? They're probably just as scared of us as we are of them, because we can actually like do more harm to them than they can to us. So they're just out there fighting for their lives, but still not pleasant. We don't get them here, so that took some getting used to. Oh yeah. Imagine going to a new place and having to get acclimated with the wildlife there is probably real fun. I can't ever say I've been in a situation where I had to like deal with wildlife. I mean, I have been in different countries, so but yeah, I don't think we ever went out anywhere, like any sort of like natural spot that had like, had us coming into direct contact with. Or you know what? No, that's not true. That's not true. I think I was like in Southeast Asia, like a long time ago, and we did go on a nature preserve, where we were able to like get up close and personal with like the local monkeys there. So that was interesting to get used to. And the fun part about that area too was I was a kid then, so the people with us also paid a little extra money to give people like a bag of fruit that we could use to feed the monkeys with. And of course they all said, hey, you make sure you watch that bag of fruit, because the monkeys are gonna take any opportunity they can to kind of just run up and snatch that bag from you if you're not careful. Which I think it did happen to our group, to one person on our group. Ah. I think it's like my poor handling of this track that's really doing me in here, more than anything else. I could actually just like not fall off the track every 3 seconds. I could probably do better. Those monkeys are thieving little SOBs. I've seen them snatching bags and food. Yeah. Yeah. I've seen them like grab people's hair too. But, that's always a fun time. Well, put fun in quotation marks, because I imagine probably hurts like crazy. think I've seen videos online of, people who take trips to Japan and they go to, like, Rabbit Island or Cat Island or, like, a spot where deer roam free. I think someone was, like, taking a video of how they were, like, given a pack of crackers that they could use to feed the deer. And, of course, if you're not careful, the deer will come all over you because they know you got the food, so they will totally come and swarm you if you're not careful. All right, you know what? I'll take third. That's a good position. I'd love to go to that fox village they have in Japan. Oh, they have that too, huh? Well, that doesn't surprise me. But yeah, I imagine if I were to go to Japan, I would at least like to go to one big animal-themed area, just to kind of see it all in one place. Not sure what it would be. Probably not like the deer area, because I feel like getting headbutted by deer would not be very pleasant. Imagine, probably like Cat Island or Rabbit Island. I think that would be overrun by cuteness. That would be pretty nice. Not that Deer Zone and Fox Zone wouldn't be cute, but I would prioritize Cat and Rabbit Zone. That's just me, though. I'm sure everyone else has their preferences. That reminds me of a joke I was like in an old podcast I used to listen to, where I think someone else was kind of relaying a story about like a deer. Of course, they were talking about a deer like headbutting a person for some reason or another. I think dang it, we're just gonna restart that. I got off a real bad start there. I'm very wary around the likes of rams and goats. I've seen them headbutt folks so hard. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. It's like, yeah, if you know you're like close to an animal that could do some significant harm to you, probably tread very carefully, right? I know I would be, right? If I were near an animal like a goat or a ram, or something like an elephant, or anything that could potentially unalive me, I'd probably be super duper careful. Right, no sudden movements, no loud noises, no moving towards them rapidly. Nothing that could make them tag me as a threat. Hippos are downright evil. Oh, I've read all about them. Yeah. Yeah, like don't even mess with a hippo, because they will annihilate you given half a chance. Hey, give and no quarter. It's almost astounding sometimes, right? I've read feel like far too many stories about people who seem to not take wild animals seriously enough, right? The folks that you read about in those articles, the ones who get like severely injured or maimed or something like that because they got too close to wildlife, right? Or because they think there's like, oh man, they're just like cuddly animals like dogs and cats. And it's like, no, they are the heck not, right? Right, people read about them all the time. People get too close to animals like lions and bears and tigers, and it's like, they're just like cute and cuddly like the plushies. No. Yeah, no wonder they say be cautious about bears when camping and stuff. Indeed so, right? There's all sorts of things you gotta do to kind of like, to contend with bears, and You know, the one I always read about. It's like, yeah, if you're carrying food with you, make sure you gotta do the thing where you tie up your food in a bag, and then make sure you hoist it up in midair so that the bears are less likely to get to it. Of course, that's not a guarantee, because if the bears are determined enough to get to your stuff, they will get to it. For sure, I've seen them rip open convertible cars to get at the food. Yeah, and you know, they will absolutely do that. and you know, if they perceive you to be a threat, well, best thing you can do is, well, pray. Just pray. That's all you can really do. But yeah, that's the other type of video I see online. Amazing how tall they are when they stand up. Yeah. It's just a giant blob of fur. Giant blob of fur that's just roaring at you, and could probably tear you apart. Probably will tear you apart if you provoke it the wrong way, or even if you don't provoke it the wrong way, right? You just perceived to be enough of a threat to them. They will unalive you super hard. Hey, look at that! I won for combined rest times. That gets me second. Paw swipe and you lose an arm or something, or yeah, or worse. Well, oh wow, Magnus took first in both events. All right, you know what? I only needed 6 or better, so that's fine. Guess the other slightly more fun type of video I see is when, you know, someone takes a video of a bear that just like wanders into a backyard and just like starts messing with the stuff there. Right. It's like you see the bear and maybe some cubs. They're like, oh, hey, look, a swimming pool. And they just go into the pool. And, well, what are the humans to do except to just, you know, just watch and be amused? Or, you know, look on in horror as the bears wreck their stuff. I think I saw another one where bears were like messing with a trampoline or something, and miraculously the trampoline somehow managed to take the weight of the bears. It was interesting. I think there was another article I read about where like a bear was in a tree or something. They had to get it down, so they took like a tranq dart with like, you know, enough tranquilizer to put the bear to sleep, and then they got the bear. The bear was knocked out and they fell out, and they kind of hit a trampoline on the way down, which kind of bounced them onto the ground. That was a funny sight. You ever see that one where the guy was fishing and the bear just came up and sat next to him? Oh boy. Imagine the guy probably knows how not to provoke a bear for that to happen, right? It's like, bear gets next to you, yeah, just play it super cool. Sure that guy was playing it super cool there, right? Whether that's new pants time. Yeah, for me it would be, at least, right? For that guy though, I wonder if they had an interview with that fella, right? I would really want to know if a guy was like absolutely scared witless, or if the guy was just like, yeah, just right, super calm about it, right? Just, yeah, you just, you know, act like you're super chill. Don't do anything that would provoke the bear, and, you know, eventually the bear will get up and go off to other things. That's our want to do. All right, tournament 2. We're back to classic race, so just speed boosts. Yeah, it was just super chill, and then it wandered off again. Yep. That would make sense. Alright. It's all classic races. Now we gotta deal with all weapons, not just boosts. Also, we have to place 5th or better. So our threshold to pass on is, or to move on, or to the next tournament, is slowly getting tighter. See, now we got 4 laps instead of 3. Whew. Like those folks that lay on boards and look like seals from underneath the sharks. Oh yeah, for sure. Dang! I thought I got him. I thought I was gonna get him with that railgun, but I whiffed. I completely whiffed that. Oh, I see. It's 4 laps, because, wow, this is like a really freaking quick track. Yeah, that's the thing I read about sharks, is that most sharks really are not interested in humans. It's just that, you know, at certain points, the way humans do things, they look like other things that sharks are interested in, and it's why we get, like, shark attacks. Which, yeah, the people who lay on boards and look like seals, yeah, you know, sharks probably want seals, so they go and attack and are like, oh wait, you're not a seal, oh well, I'll get you anyway. If in doubt, punch them in the nose and they'll leave you. Yeah, read about that too. Good nose bop really gets them. Oh no, I got hit with the lightning time clock. Man, that's a real significant hit. Yeah, someone tried to get me with a railgun. Didn't quite make it. And the scariest part about the shark is, I think people were like recounting the people who did get, like, you know, who did get grabbed by sharks. They're always talking about how, yeah, you know, the shark bite really didn't feel like much. I just felt like, you know, something suddenly started jerking me around. Like, ah, jeez. I think that would be like the worst part, where it's like you don't even realize at first. Oh no, a shark's got me. That would, the fact that it would only register after a little bit, just. Ugh. Ugh, oh man. One reason I wouldn't like to live in Australia with the many dangerous wild animals. Oh my god. Yeah, I always say Australia's like a death land. Well, okay, that's probably going a bit too far. It's a place where you got to be very aware of the wildlife, right? Because yeah, they got all sorts of animals who are very deadly to humans. Right, this is ranging from insectoid to mammalian, right? Like even koalas can be dangerous because of what they got, like poisonous claws, right? You know it's bad when you lose a pet dog to a croc. Oh yeah. Right, it's like even they got even like the things that you wouldn't think. Right, it's like kangaroos could screw you up real bad. Emus also probably could mess you up real good. I already mentioned koalas actually poisonous. I've seen pets get eaten by snakes. Oh yeah. Of course, that's on top of the, you know, what you hear about the insects and the arachnids there. But yeah, oof. All right, race 2. A classic race. We're in a pretty good standing, so I think we'll get through this tournament okay. Yeah, pet getting eaten by snakes, probably like super duper traumatic. You get, yeah, Steve Irwin. Rest in peace. Poor guy got fortunately impaled by a stingray. Man, I remember reading about that. I remember reading about that way back in the day. It's just like, yeah, Steve Irwin unfortunately succumbed to a stingray attack. I'm like, ugh. Yeah, wow. Legend. Yes, I agree. Man. It was like the animal guy, right? You needed someone to talk about wildlife. You get Irwin onto your show. I would have had money on a croc getting him. Yeah. when you're working on that position, which kind of your status, it could be like anything doing him in, right? It was a stingray this time around, but it could have been anything else, right? Even just unfortunate circumstance, and any animal would you do you in. That being said, I think I saw that his son has followed in his footsteps, so that guy's doing pretty well for himself too. So hey, got on him, right? If that's the stuff he enjoys, cool on him for continuing his father's memory. I watched him the other day, and he was laying there with a load of wild Komodo dragons. Oh my god. Definitely read about those. Ah, jeez, okay. I'm just gonna restart. I got boned too much there. Yeah, I would not get within... Because Komodo dragons are, like, venomous, right? They could actually, like, mess you up. Like, super bad. It's like, are you mad? They're lethal, right? Like, I'm sure part of it's gotta be, like, bravado, but I would hope that, you know, they have, like, half a mind to know how not... At least know ways to mitigate, because I don't want to say minimize, because that's definitely still a great risk associated with that, I imagine, but, you know. Probably knew how to at least be with them in a way that would not provoke them. Got physicsed. Alright, if I get like 5th or better in this race, I think I will be happy with that. And there were like a couple other folks that kind of got known for their wildlife focus as well. Yeah, wear glasses if you're near a spitting cobra. It's probably good advice, right? I'm sure those, though, they know how to blind a person right there. I know some other folks are kind of known for their wildlifeness. I think one name that I always remember is Jack Hanna. I don't know how widespread that fella is. That's the other duo I would be familiar with is the Krat brothers. That's only because of was it their super old shows, Boomafoo, and then like many decades later they did that Krat brothers show where they kind of like the animated series where they went on wildlife adventures. So yeah, that's... I swear. Who in their right mind would just put a rock formation in the middle of that spot? Especially when the rest of the track seems to guide you towards there. Say the most famous is David Attenborough. That's the guy who narrates like all the wildlife videos, right? It's like you watch a nature documentary, and yeah, 9 times out of 10, that's his voice you're hearing there. It's a pretty good voice for it, all things considered. Alright, gonna railgun. Boom! Watch him fly. Oh, you're getting ahead of me. I completely whiffed that rocket swarm. In his 90s and he's still making them. Oh my god. That's kind of impressive. Hopefully he's doing them because he enjoys doing them. But if he is, you know, hey, cool. Right? Cool that he's still doing that. So much that he got knighted. Oh! Now that's impressive. I swear I was doing so well. Now one errant shot puts me all the way to 7th. Alright, if I see the finish line and I'm still in 6th, I'm just gonna restart. Nice thing about this game, right? They give you unlimited restarts. It's not like you have to repeat the entire Grand Prix over again if you want another go at it. Yeah, I'm just gonna restart now. Quite like those survival programs too with Bear Grylls. I do remember, was it Man vs. Wild way back in the day? I mean, I know that was like heavily scripted and there are like a billion people there, and it was like mostly staged, but you know, at least could immerse myself a little bit in the survival wildlife thing he had going for him. He did another program too for a brief moment where he would like take a celebrity guest with him. They would drop off somewhere and they would try to survive as well. Alright, we're gonna railgun a bunch of folks right now. Ooh, look at that. The island is a good one, where they take a bunch of randoms, drop them on an island, and they had to survive. Ah. Yeah, it's always fun for, There's another survival show I think I watched where it was like more close to one-person survival, where it's like one guy and you know, the guy carried a bunch of camera equipment with him, and he would like actually try to survive for like 30 days in an area. It was interesting to watch. Right, because the guy would have to like set up all the equipment by himself, and you know, it had to actually like forage, and you know, where like something like a Bear Grylls program would be like get from point A to point B to exit out of the place. The one I was thinking of was more like you kind of find a spot, sit yourself down, and try to stick it out for like 30 days or you know, however long. That'd finish me off. I'm not built for all that foraging and stuff. Heh, same, absolutely. Yeah, I'm too accustomed to the modern conveniences of things like, you know, internet and prepared food, at the very least ones that have been washed and, you know, have been verified to not be lethal to you if ingested. Yeah, and other necessities too, like you said. If you didn't have any cigs or coffee, would be a problem. Imagine for me, if I like didn't have like soda or some sort of candy, I'd probably would not manage too well. Or, you know, actually having to hunt for my food in general would be, God damn it, all this of physics. No internet would be like losing a limb. Ha! For sure. Yeah, internet is absolutely vital for the stuff I do. Like the stuff I'm doing right now, right? If it weren't for the internet, I would not be here on Twitch playing video games. But you know, even looking past that, there's the whole just, you know, surfing websites, just read about random stuff, or to play games, or, you know, communicate with like-minded folks about the stuff you're into. Yeah, look at that shield. Alright, if I get 4th, I will be okay. So easy to get sidetracked when online. Yeah, that's kind of the disadvantage of it. I definitely had my share of situations where I'm thinking, oh yeah, I should probably go to sleep now. I'm like, yeah, but I'm just gonna go ahead and read this article. And then, you know, it just turns into, yeah, I'll read this article as well. Maybe, oh, hey, I'll read this article as well. And then it's like, oh, several hours later, it's like, oh, wow, I really should go to sleep. Alright, 4th place, I'll take it. Right. I only have to be 5th or better, so I will accept 4th. Especially dangerous if you, say, go into a website like Wikipedia or TV Tropes, or, you know, any sort of fan wiki for your favorite series. Start clicking links. You open a bunch of tabs, like, hey, yeah, I'll check out this article next, right? And you save it, and you'll open a new tab for it. Click over. It's either you realize you got like another 20 tabs open, or yeah, again, it's like several hours later. Oops. I was like that when checking out a Fursuit Maker's database. Just 5 more minutes and it turned into 3 hours. I get that feel. I totally get that feel. All right. Final race. I think. All right. I think I was like that too when I was like, look up things like cosplay photos, right? For example. Just find a website with a lot of them. They're like, oh man, go check out a bunch of it. Once you're down that rabbit hole, it's hard to get out, for sure. Oh boy, this is a 2-lap track. Never thought I'd see you today. And me without any weapons. It would be nice if I could get a weapon at some point, or at least some sort of pickup. It doesn't have to be a weapon. It could be anything, really. Oh, I thought a weapon was locked onto me for a moment there. Maybe it was, but guess I broke the lock. Well, that's a machine gun. I guess my one gripe with this game, it's like kind of hard to tell sometimes what's part of the track and what isn't. Especially when you're on like the natural spots, right? When they got like the roads and the defined barriers, it's not so bad, but you got things like other parts where that part of the scenery looks like it should be part of the track, but it's not, and you get teleported back onto the actual track, and like, oh man, if I'd only known. This is like racing through a Doom 2016 level. Heh, you know what, when you put it like that, yeah, it is, actually. Yeah, I could definitely see this as like being a hell-themed level. Some part where the UAC tried to make some inroads, but they were like, oh wait, maybe we shouldn't do that. You know, I was watching someone play Doom 2016 for like the first time a couple days ago. That was like pretty fun. It was just like real fun to kind of seeing them kind of get all excited about all the stuff that was happening. Alright, if I get third... Yeah, I got third. I will take third. Consistently top third of the pack, I'm cool with that. Thoroughly enjoyed playing 2016. Yeah, as did I. Felt like way Doom probably would have been updated, you know, with just enough modern sensibilities, because you know that's what they did, right? Still kept that classic feeling of Doom, where you got the large sprawling maps with tons of secrets to find, and you know you're running at like 50 miles per hour. It's all run and gun, no reloads. All the arsenal you've come to expect with Doom, like the rocket launcher and the plasma rifle and the shotgun and the super shotgun. They just threw us to the wolves with Eternal, so difficult. Yeah, you can see the design philosophy they were going with Eternal, where they were trying to encourage you to use your entire arsenal. What with the way certain certain enemies were like super duper weak to certain weapons or certain firing modes on certain weapons or certain abilities or things like that. It's like, yeah, you have to kind of shuffle between everything you had, which it gave it a very different feel compared to 2016, right? While 2016 still kind of encouraged you to, you know, check out your arsenal. They didn't mandate that you had to use like every weapon and ability you had. If you wanted to just use the heavy assault rifle throughout like the entire game, you were like cool with that. But with Eternal, it's like you try to use the heavy assault rifle through the entire game, you're probably gonna have a bad time. Yeah, they just throw you into a deep end, and it's like good luck surviving. Yeah, it just keeps getting deeper and deeper. They keep throwing more stuff and more enemies that are majorly weak to this new thing you got. Wasn't too keen on the Tomb Raider elements with the wall climbing and all of that. Yeah, I think they were trying to go in like a bunch of different directions with the sequel. Right, one was like kind of making everything like 100,000 times more complex, and then the story, they kind of went super duper deep into the lore, right? Like the whole legend of the Doomslayer and the three heralds and all that kind of came more into play, and then they also like pumped up the irreverence too, what with all the cosmetic references and the fact that you could just pick up one-ups on the field and things like that. And yeah, definitely playing up the other aspects too, with the wall climbing and all the platforming bits with the double jumping and the pole swinging and all that. Hard enough climbing the Argent Tower in 2016. That was a rough few hours. I think it probably didn't help that, like, you know, the platforming really didn't evolve like the combat did, right? It's like felt like a way to kind of pad out the levels more so. It's like, all right, we know we can't make you fight the whole time and probably wear you out, so we're just gonna throw in a segment here for you to navigate through a series of jumps, pull swings, and dashes. Huh. First in the first. I think despite getting third and fourth in my races, I was just more consistent. Although I see I was 100 points off from losing the top spot there. But that's okay. A win's a win, right? Just pumps up once that dubstep metal kicks in. Yeah, once that Mick Gordon beat starts dropping, you know it's about to start getting real. Alright, looks like this one's actually a variety tournament here, so... Oh, wait, no. That's a rival thing. We're not gonna do a rival thing. Have a deathmatch elimination. Oh! I think this is a first elimination race, and then ultimate race. Oh, I have to select a tournament. Okay. Alright. Arena DM should be pretty... We're gonna get first here. Unless this is like one of those up and down all around arenas, then we're not gonna get first. It'll be much harder to get first. Ooh, you can see that Unreal Engine environment loading shenanigans they got going there. Alright, need someone to hunt down. Hey, you look like a jerk. Here, how about that? Well, you're telling me neither of those weapons actually hit anyone? God damn it. Alright, maybe I can at least shoot someone with my machine gun. Like you. Heavy machine gun! Oh. Looks like I'm in the sights of a tower there. Wow, point blank. Point blank shots. Woo! Ouch. That stings. Let's see if I can get the kill. Oh, I think someone else got the kill. Alright. That's okay. Oh, I thought that didn't get... I thought that didn't hit, but no, it did hit. How am I first? Pretty sure a car exploded there. That should give another person first place. What the heck? Okay, I think they're starting to get a bit more aggressive. Which makes sense. This is normal difficulty, so of course they would. Oh, yeah, see, right there. It's just, my score skyrocketed there, so I think I got this in the bag. Unless someone else gets a kill. Ow. This needs the voiceover. Rocket launcher. Heh, yeah. Give some Metal Slug announcer here. Alright, you pick up the chain guns as heavy machine gun. On a semi-related note, when is Metal Slug Tactics coming out? It's like one of the games that I'm excited to see how that'll play out, because the idea of Metal Slug and Tactics just feels like it just goes together super well. You know, you consider the way Metal Slug is with the guns and yeah, that's pretty much the connection. But yeah, I think a gameplay video they did show of it was pretty cool too. So hopefully they're still hard at work at it. Metal Slug is just so endearing. Yeah, it is. I remember being on a field trip with like a couple of my buddies, and I think we had some like free time at the arcade. And I think two of them decided to just go to a Metal Slug machine, Metal Slug cabinet that was there. And they played all the way through. Spent a lot of quarters, of course, but they got through it. Anyways, easy 1,000 points. Like, I'm almost certain that was like, we probably beat second place. I didn't pay attention to the scoreboard. We probably beat second place handily there. Alright, time for event 2 of this variety pack. Elimination race. I think this is the first elimination race I'm a part of. I always like the vehicle designs. Yeah, all the various vehicles you could get into, right? There's always the tank, and then other vehicles too. Yeah, I have 3 of them as part of the S&K collection. Ah! I think I have the S&K collection wishlisted. It's just that I haven't picked it up. I might get it one of these days. Might take me a while. Alright, so this is an elimination race. Gonna be one person, last place gets eliminated every 30 seconds. At that point, it's gonna be me. Oh, okay. 30 seconds to get, kind of get yourself situated, and then they start the timer. All right, I'm gonna restart. Oh boy, sure know how to make a fighting game. That they do. I mean, they made like what 15 King of Fighters games, and that's just King of Fighters. They made a whole bunch of other fighting game series. Garu, Samurai Showdown. Fatal Fury, you know, bunch of series. And on that note, I think King of Fighters, what are they on now? 15? That's a game I want to pick up. Maybe once they get like all the DLC situated. That way I can go and pick up like the complete edition. Yeah, 15. That's what I thought. I feel like that's like my strategy for like fighting games these days. At least for most of them. It's like if I'm not gonna play it right away, I'll just wait until like they get all the DLC out of the way and then just pick up the complete edition down the line. Served me super duper well for the NetherRealm games fighters. They always have like 1 or 2 years worth of post-launch support, and then they almost always put out like the complete edition, which I appreciate. Oh geez, this ain't good. Go ahead and railgun all of them. Alright, we got just 30 seconds to get ahead at least to this fella. Alright, we're good. Shame they never brought back my second favorite King of Fighters character. Oh, that's rather unfortunate. Yeah, when you start getting rosters that are like super duper huge, it's like, you know, sometimes they gotta keep someone off the roster, and it's like, and if it's like the one you like, it's like, well, that's unfortunate. At least your fave is still in it. Well, yeah, gotta count your blessings when you got them, right? If you don't mind me asking, what are your faves and second faves anyway? Okay, this is probably where I'm gonna fall now. Just wait for 6th place to just dart ahead of me the last second. Alright. Now we're in danger mode. Oh, not anymore. My fave is Rugal Bernstein, and my second fave is Ignis from KOF 2002. Oh man, that's a pull. Oh, jeez. Seriously, dead stopped because I got physicsed on the edge of that wall there. I have a feeling 4th is probably where I'm gonna sit. Unless I can catch up to them within like the next 17 seconds. Yeah, that ain't happening. Not with the way I'm kind of getting ping-ponged around here. Hey, you know what? 4th is a good enough position. I'll take it. Yep, I came 4th. Yeah, even though he suffered from the worst boss syndrome and input reading. I remember watching videos of people fighting Rugal, and yeah, even without like, you know, having the benefit of the controller, I could tell the guy was pretty intense. The way he just, you know, shot out these gigantic screen-wide attacks and just had no chill. Standing. Wow, still in 1st. Alright, time for the ultimate race. God, Rugal is just a beast. Yep. I think he was kind of the peak of unfair boss characters in fighting games. You know, in SNK anyway. Right, so now it's all about just Hitting enemies with weapons. Or hit my opponents with weapons. Or, you know, trying to stay out in the front of the pack. Worse than Shin Akuma. Yeah. Of course, y'all would steal my pickups from me. Come on, y'all, let me have a weapon. I can't get any points if you're not letting me have any weapons. Oh, of course. You would give me a boost. You pricks. Alright. Now that's a weapon. Please hit! I don't think that hit anyone. Definitely up there with the likes of Final Bison from Street Fighter Alpha 3. Ooh, boy. Oh, you know what? If I'm not getting first from any weapon hits, I'll at least try to get as close as I can by stunting everywhere. Mind you, Shao Kahn was always a rough battle. Heh, yeah, he was. I mean, that was just a case of, like, even more blatant cheating. Right? Because they would pull off stuff that no human opponent would be able to pull off. I really, really ought to slow down on this curve. Sledgehammer that stunned you over and over. Yeah. Yeah, that charge he did as well. It's the only concession Shao Kahn had was that he liked taunting you, right? That wasn't of any use. That was really there to just give you an opening to kind of get one hit in before he started styling on you all over again. Serious, I got 8th? Holy cow. Everyone else doing? Like, I know I'm, like, first over and all, but I like to have a higher standing, kind of, you know, hedge my bets and try to keep the gap above where I would be, because it would suck if I, like, completely blew at this race and dropped to like 6th. I have to repeat this tournament over again. Blaze Blue is a good fighting game. Definitely heard good things about that, right? It's like what Arxis was doing in the 360 era. Their next anime fighter. It's gonna restart that. I think my favorite part about Blaze Blue is that they had that button that like did different things for each character, right? One character had like the life drain attacks, the other character had like a bunch of ice specials that came out of it, another character was like, hey, just summon some wind that pushes everyone in a different direction. Kinda gave every character that sort of distinct feel. Oh, there was also that other one that where you held it and you could like move the other partner character that was with you, and you could set them up for like wombo combos. Yeah, there was a period of time where I just saw like Blaze Blue cosplay everywhere, right? Lots of Jin, lots of Ragna, lots of Noel, Tao, Kaka, and other folks like that. Yeah, and what was it the vampire girl too? Rachel Alucard, I think. Of course, many more than that. Especially towards the end there. As with any fighting game series, you know, you keep adding one or two, but eventually that roster is going to balloon. I'm even doing worse this time. Feels like I'm barely getting weapons, and whatever weapons I do get just fly into the wall. Capcom stopped focusing on Street Fighter could easily bring back Darkstalkers and Red Earth. If only. I think there's always that story floating on around about how Darkstalkers HD was kind of supposed to be the litmus test for new Darkstalkers, and apparently that wasn't good enough, so they didn't go forward with it, which is a shame, because I know a bunch of people out there who would absolutely love Darkstalkers and Red Earth. So it's like, I think I only had like, what, 1 or 2 games, but I'm sure there's like a subset of folks out there who would be psyched for its return. I think someone's always said, right, Capcom's got like enough characters that, right, they don't need to necessarily do like a versus game. Get to just like do a fighting game with entirely Capcom characters, and you could probably make a full roster out of it. I'd like to see them do that. Love to see Darkstalkers back, I'm sure. That would be fun. I think it would be pretty cool. They could bring it back like they did with Killer Instinct, right? Just make that like a launch PlayStation title or something. Just then kind of surprise people out of nowhere. And what the crap? Seriously, 10th place despite getting like 600 points? Even Namco, they seem to have given up on Soul Calibur and are just all Tekken. I'm not be so sure about saying they gave up. I know Soul Calibur 6 was kind of like a last-ditch effort, but I don't know, I think that was like super duper well received, and I think the company even acknowledged, yeah, wow. A lot of people seem to appreciate what we did with Soul Calibur 6, right? Like, they weren't even planning on doing like 2 waves of DLC, but they did it. So, I don't know, my hope is that they're hard at work and making Soul Calibur 7. They're just, you know, they're just hunkering down because, you know, they're just they're still ironing out everything they need to do. Very first one, Soul Blade was such a good game. I think I remember reading about that at least. Okay, now this is its like own brand of BS. And I just restart. It's like getting first isn't the whole point here. Although it is a lot of it. Yeah, I think Soul Blade is kind of like the odd one out of the series, because I think they had breakable weapons, right? You could actually make your weapons break, and your characters would have to like go hand to hand for the rest of the round. Like for the rest of the series, it was just like, you know, weapons, that's it. And then in 4 they had, you know, breakable clothes, but that's its own can of worms there. Had a banging soundtrack too. I think you could say that for like all of the Soul games, right? They all had like pretty good soundtracks. I guess it's because I like big orchestral themes, and well, Soul Calibur series, Soul series, of course, is no stranger to them. I did like that you can make your own character. Yeah, it's like what starting with 3. Starting with 3, they had that create a character. It kind of became a staple of the series too. Kind of neat how that managed to stick. I think my only hang up with the character creator is just like, you know, by the time of 6, you could kind of tell they were just like taking that character creation system they made like way back in Soul Calibur 4, and they were just porting it over, maybe up-resing all the clothes because, you know, it still had all its hang-ups from way back in the day with certain clothes not being compatible with other certain types of clothes, and you know, the voice packs, the voices especially. There are some of those voices that have been on there since Soul Calibur 3. And, well, you know, why fix what is broken, but would not mind them adding new voices, at least, to that. They did, but it's kind of funny seeing the same voices from, like, way back in 3 still being there in 6. They sure got a lot of mileage out of that, that's for sure. Yeah. But yeah, I do remember making a bunch of making a bunch of original characters for Soul Calibur. Ah man, I also like they had modes. They had modes that kind of facilitate having your custom characters kind of doing their own stuff, right? Like Soul Calibur 3 had their mode. Soul Calibur 4 kind of like your create a character had their own arcade route. I think 5 really didn't do as much with it, but 6 kind of gave your create a character their very own campaign to go through, which was like pretty freaking rad. And then when that character showed up in like Keelik's story, that was pretty awesome. It was so strange seeing Heihachi Mishima as a guest in Soul Calibur. Yeah, it was. I think they also tried to explain it, saying like fell asleep in a hot tub or something like that. Somehow traveled through time. Well, at least it's not as weird as Spawn. Like that's a guy you wouldn't even associate with, like, you know, medieval weapons-based fighter. At the very least, Heihachi had the excuse of being part of Namco. Spawn, you know. I guess the one thing about Spawn was that the creator Todd McFarlane created another character for Soul Calibur 2, Necrid, and what was it? And then they had Link on the GameCube, which, you know, at the very least that was like, you know, medieval themed, so at least the aesthetics was there. Though the unfortunate side effect of Link was when they made Soul Calibur 2 HD, of course there was no Link, because, well, like, Nintendo's gonna let them use Link for Xbox and PlayStation consoles, right? And Yoda, Darth Vader. Yeah, Yoda, Darth Vader, and Starkiller, they were in Soul Calibur 4. Right, and whichever character, like Darth Vader, Yoda, were like the version exclusives. At least for a while. It's like Yoda for 360, Vader for PlayStation 3. But they did eventually let you buy the other character, so I guess there's that. On the other hand, just the audacity of seeing Star Wars in Soul Calibur was hilarious. Surely, for a weapons-based game, the handsome Sephiroth would be perfect. He would be. That's probably why create a character is a thing. Haha. Ah, shit, I finished. 9th? Alright, I feel like no matter how much I tried, I probably wouldn't have been able to improve my rank, so whatever. Take my 200 points and go. As long as I get 5th, I'll be satisfied. I get 6, I'm gonna be mighty annoyed. I guess you couldn't get Sephiroth perfect because they don't have like extra long katanas as a weapon type. Best you could do is probably like Mitsurugi or the Samurai Showdown guest character if you were playing Soul Calibur 6. And even then, the pose probably wouldn't be correct either. Wow. Despite getting my teeth kicked in that last race, I'm still 3rd. Long katana and that dreamy long hair. I know, right? Alright, one more event in this one, and it's another duel. Wow, I just realized that the duel is still on easy difficulty despite the tournament races bumping it up to normal. Against Jesta. Yeah, well. My hope is that if Soul Calibur 7 eventually comes out, that they overhaul the character creator to not be archaic. Right there's... It's like... I don't know. It sucks to have that one item you really, really want to have that your character wear, and have like 80% of the rest of the wardrobe be inaccessible because it will conflict with the one you really want on there. Nod to the Joker there with that purple and black. Ah, you know what? I hadn't even considered that, but you know what? That's probably true. I think... Yeah. Alright. Speed demon, so I should probably keep the boost going. But really, just a 2-lap race, huh? I'm surprised. Oh, they're pulling ahead of me. At least seem to be keeping pace with them for now? Of course, that could all change. That could all change. Especially if I bounce off of this bridge here. Oh, jeez. Hey, this is supposed to be easy difficulty, right? Why does it feel like Viper's completely handing... Oh, Nate, no, pulled ahead of him. It did feel like for a moment there, Viper was kind of handing me my tail for a moment. Said I should probably keep the boosts flowing. That way I can stock up... Ah! Got physicsed again. And of course, they would use that opportunity to go blast ahead of me. Seriously, they are gaining. Is that them gaining on me? Yeah, I'm gonna have to restart. I'm close to the end and I'm like, I don't even see them in the horizon anymore. Difficulty left foot. Alright, mental note. Slow down on that curve. Slow down on that curve. Maybe don't boost. It is speed demon, but really too much speed. Makes you fly off that curve. That's why I can appreciate games like Mario Kart that kind of budge the physics by a lot. You know, to make sure that you just don't go inadvertently flying off the track. like the other racing games that might rely a bit too much on the physics model, kind of keeping everything in place. All right, it was is it over here? Okay, I think I can boost. No, I probably shouldn't have boosted here. I probably should not have boosted here. Of course, my last good boosting means they start getting ahead of me. Seriously, why are you even gonna make that, like, track if they just teleport me off of it, like, right away? Like, make it colored red or something so that I know that I probably shouldn't land on it. I've seen that Rainbow Road from that available for Wreckfest in the Steam Workshop. Ooh, is that so? Well, at least a computer player is not immune to falling off the track, as I just witnessed. That being said, they'll probably get ahead of me given half a chance, so I should probably have no chill like they have no chill. Of course, I get physicsed by an errant pillar at the end there. I guess that's like rule of custom racing game tracks. The Rainbow Road rule. If your racing game has a track creator, someone's probably going to create Rainbow Road on it. It's like rule of 1-1 for other, like, sort of level makers of the sorts, like Little Big Planet and Super Mario Maker. Someone's going to recreate level 1-1 from Super Mario Brothers on it. No ifs, ands, or buts. It's a matter of when, not a matter of if. Yeah, screw that. Just gonna restart. This reminds me of what Road Redemption, how if you manage to get through the entire campaign, they just throw you onto kind of a Rainbow Road pastiche as sort of a bonus. Gee, how come the game lets you drive on the bottom road and not me, game? Not played that, but those car tornadoes look brutal. Ah, I bet they do. That said, I think I have a substantial lead on them, so if I... well, I'm certainly not going to keep it that way. Seriously, how come I get knocked back like 1,000 meters if I wipe out? Like, make me repeat this entire section again. Sometimes it feels like it's like really too easy to get physics on the track. Just find yourself flying out of control. And how are you supposed to get to like the top part of that track? There's like boost pads on there, so clearly meant to... fuck this, I'm gonna restart. A little bit janky at times. Yeah. Kind of like one of those times where the flaws of racing game rears its ugly head, where it does feel like you gotta kind of be near flawless, and if you aren't, the computer immediately gains that lead, and it's like very, very hard to take it back. That's Ridge Racer in a nutshell. Yeah, I definitely got that feel, and see, I think it's also where they like kick me back on the track too. It feels like they really penalize you in a one-on-one for kind of flying off the track. I said they're only ahead by 700 meters, which is why I haven't brought it back yet. Definitely the boost. See? When you think you got the lead, something happens and then you lose the lead. At the very least, it seems like with this, if you do boost, you're at least closing the gap. At least you're closing the gap. Of course, then you get that where you fly, and unfortunately, you didn't hit the ramp the right way, so you're flying right off the track. No way to get back onto it. It's like, well... Hot Wheels on crack. Yeah. See right there, it's like part of the track, despite having the road on the bottom. The road on the bottom is not a valid spot. Might as well not even have a road on the bottom if road on bottom is not... If you can't ride on the road on the bottom. Just make that a rock face or something. Make it not look like something I can drive on, because my expectations will be that I can drive on it. And if I'm not supposed to drive on it, then don't make it look like I can drive on it. Yep, I totally planned that. That's like, you know, shortcut speedrun tech right there. Don't need to take it. Got physics. I got physicsed. Of course, the other competitor would somehow blast 600 meters ahead of me and somehow maintain that lead. I'm just slowly fighting my way back with every boost I hit. On my way, son. Ah, great, they're boosted. See, I slipped right off. Somehow I managed to stay in first, so I guess they slipped off as well. Of course, they would blast ahead of me. That's okay. As long as I keep a steady head and make it okay through this final section, I think I will be in the clear. Of course, they'll probably get the top part, but... Oh, whew! Finally! Got one on them. Eat it, Viper. Turns out you were all bark, no bite. Which probably makes sense because you're a snake and not a dog. Here we go. Another one down. Tier 6 unlocked. Spearhead pickup now unlocked. Blast a trio of delayed explosive darts into your opponent and watch him fly when detonated. Vehicle engine power has been increased. Target ourselves a new class, a new speed class. Of elimination race, a speed demon, and then a bunch of classic races, ultimate race. Can you change your vehicle? Yeah, you can actually. So you go into the garage here, you see specific types of vehicles, press left trigger. Oh, yeah, you can go through, yeah. They look like your sort of future industrial type of things. You got the hover variety and the all-terrain gigantic ass wheel variety. Yeah, there's like a whole bunch of vehicles. I think that, you know, including the ones in game. They also have a bunch of DLC cars you can pick up as well. Look like something you'd make in Lego Technic. You know what? Yeah, they do. You definitely see this being one of those types of vehicles. At least you could like attach like a one of those robot brains to it, and then motors and everything else, and control it like a robot car. The type of robot car that, you know, flips over. If it flips over, you don't have to go pick it up because, you know, it'll keep driving even if it's upside down, as it were. Yeah, it's a ton of vehicles you can pick from. I mean, they do have different stats, so up to you which car you want to drive. I picked that one, Dominator Classic. You're not the fastest, but it's got a good amount of grip and brakes. Alright. Let's go through these tournaments here. Elimination race and a speed demon. Just 2 events. I get the feeling we're not going to do too well in this elimination event, so it's all going to come down to the speed demon. I forgot to check. I'm pretty sure this tier you have to place 4th or better to move on. I'm sure each higher tier they're going to keep tightening that sort of move on restriction until it's like get 1st or better. Or, you know, if they stopped at get 3rd or better, I'd be cool with that too. Just saying. Let the eliminations begin. Sitting in 3rd, so I'm like pretty comfy for now. Oh, now I'm 1st. Of course, now I'm like top target for everyone else. Well, 2nd again, so I'm no longer top target. Of course, if I get physics like that, I'm gonna become top target pretty quickly. Yeah, thanks, jerk. Ugh. From 0 to 0 in the blink of an eye. course, I not catch the other road the right way. Alright, second for now. Hopefully I don't get physicsed at that one section again, like I was before. This part here somehow caught the edge of a track the wrong way. I'm like, oh, now I'm just falling off. Oh boy. 10 racers with an elimination every 30 seconds. You gotta keep up this racing for quite a while. Okay, that was like a pretty cool section of the track there. Right, the part where like driving on the part with that other rotating bit there definitely gave it a feel like you were driving on some other structure that was repurposed into a racetrack. That's pretty rad. Oh wait, you're beeping because the weapon's locked onto me. Well, was locked onto me. Wait, another weapon's locked onto me. Wait for that beeping to get faster. Alright, faster, faster. Okay. Shields now. Yeah, that's right. Denied. Ah, keep being in first. Nice idea having a track that goes around a space station. Absolutely. Especially one that looks like positively used. Right, this station looks like it's definitely seen better days. Kind of reminds me of the Mario Kart 8 Rainbow Road. That makes sense, because that also like kind of sort of has the space station elements to it. Great, no shields this time, so I'm gonna just eat this rocket in the back. Hey, at least I was able to recover quickly, thanks to that boost. Minimal speed loss. Ah, see? Get physics like that, of course they were just right behind me. Just waiting to pull ahead. Ah well, still second, so... Even if this is the position I get, I will be satisfied. Maybe it was left over from Alien Isolation. Alright, my time's about to come up soon. I need to at least get ahead of this fella. Alright, all that's left is Magnus, and I'm actually within sight of them. Got one shield to protect me from whatever back attacks may come. And just gotta use whatever arsenal they hand over to me. And hope that it actually hits. Ah. Put that up prematurely. Oh! What the heck? Why you gotta do me dirty like that, game? Seriously, just gonna have them pop around the boost? Haha, screw you. Thought you were gonna get second? Well, too bad. Alright, can we just... Yeah, good. And we can just move on. You know what position I got, that's what matters. Oh well, third... Oh, I can at least take third. Third is something I can work towards. Like, third is something I can work with. Ah, looks like the requirement is still place 5th. Alright, I can work with that. And this is a speed demon event. As long as I don't completely choke during this race, I should be able to move. Yeah, from space station to more Mad Max looking environment. So this desert. Kind of fits with the giant roller cars and hover cars we're working with here, right? Okay, maybe not as Mad Maxy as I thought it would be, because, well, it's got water, it's got a bit of mossiness to it. Got that futuristic biodome vibe, yeah, it does. Yeah, the fact that I had a goddamn hairpin turn here is kind of really real tricky, that. Alright, just gonna restart. Whew. This is a 3-lap track even. My goodness. Probably should have taken the other route for the speed demon event. I feel like trying to go fast on that weird ass hairpin section probably was not doing me any wonders there. Why can't it be more like this? Just gigantic ass open roads where it's like a 50-lane highway. Not to worry about being precise. That way you really can just, you know, put your pedal to the metal. Alright, you know what? I'm sitting 5th so far. I'm doing okay. Gone up to 3rd. Because I'm actually learning the corner. Alright, go left this time. Go left. Go left. There we go. Maybe things will start looking up for me. Oh. Guessing this used to be like a gigantic pirate spaceship, but crashed and burned and then got salvaged like a million billion years ago. So now it's just like a skeleton. Beached ruins and all that. Alright, taking the side road. I think I accidentally spun out that other fella. Oh well, don't care. They have power of cheaty rubber band AI. I'll take whatever advantage I can get. Of course, it doesn't help that the moment I swerve out, immediately we got like 4 people just blasting ahead of me. Alright. You know what? I came 7th. That's back of the pack, but I did get 3rd in the other race, so hopefully combination of those two will put me 5th or better. That's all I hope for. Rubber banding at its finest, absolutely. I just made the cutoff. Seriously, ooh. Yeah, if you're some point gaps really weren't that much, so thankfully for that. All right, 2 classic races and an ultimate race. Let's see how this goes. Oh nope, rivals. We're just getting in there. Oh, I had the. All right, classic, ultimate, classic. If the next ultimate race is anything like the last one, where you think you're ahead and suddenly some Yahoo gets like a zillion points to put you at like 10th, it's not gonna be very pleasant. Alright, so this is just a race-ass race, 3 laps. Probably won't get any pickups for like the first. Of course, I get physicsed by that pillar there because I drove a little bit too far off the track. I mean, I get it, I drove too far off the track, but. Always the worst feeling where you feel like you can't contend with any pickups because you're not getting any because everyone else is snatching them right out from under you. Alright, just slow down here, because this is where I usually fly off if I go too fast. So yeah, I'm learning. Learned it from last time, and uh-oh. Lock a weapon. Probably not going to evade this one. Of course, I got no shield, so I just got to take it. I got to take the hit. Of course, I get swerved. Oh my god. And of course, the weapon hit would reverse my direction. Oh well, at least it's 3 laps and we're still not finished the first lap even. Although we will be very soon. Like we just are. Yeah, I went too fast around that curve. I probably should have let off the gas there. God damn it, even after braking, I still flew off the track. Hey, at least we're back up to 4th. Ooh, and I got railgun. Nope, I whiffed that shot. Yeah, it's okay. That one was on me. I was a bit too impulsive for that. Should have waited a bit longer to make sure my target was lined up for sure. Alright, if I get 2nd here, I'll be okay. Chances are I'll probably get like 3rd or 4th, or maybe even 9th if the game is feeling particularly cruel. Like they are right now. Look at this absolute cluster. Slow down there and speed back up. Yeah, and why is it that I get spun around? That hardly seems fair. Am I gonna hit me with the time portal as well? Oh, come on, I slowed down. Screw that, I'm gonna restart. I call BS, as do I. Yeah, worst part about this is like one of the longer tracks, so making it 3 laps long means if you mess up, you gotta repeat the entire race, and you're like kind of in it for the long haul. I'm almost certain I thought that was like a surface you could transfer onto by turning. I guess not. I'll take the blame for that one. See, that's a turn I probably should have slowed down more on. Definitely felt like I was going a bit too fast there. Man, every time I do slow down to try to take the curve, you see that car, it kind of just blows by you. Makes you wonder, it's like, oh man, am I not doing it right? Or is the AI just like cheating? Because they got like infinitely better handling stats than I do. Wow, somehow managed to survive that one. I'll take it. I think the worst thing that happens, well, to kind of get hit by a weapon and it's suddenly flipping around 180 is pretty bad. I think the second worst would be when you somehow take a turn wrong, you just swerve and trying to get your car under control. You see your entire competition just blast ahead of you. Ah, come on. Go and snatch those pickups right out from under my nose. How dare they. Eat rail gun. Jerks. Great, me without shields. Alright, time to get 180 flipped. Well, it wasn't quite a 180 flip, but it was pretty close. And it knocked me down 5 positions also, so mission accomplished. Yeah, I don't know why. Well, thanks for getting me back up into speed, fellow racer. I'll take it. I think I need to switch to a vehicle with, like, better acceleration, because definitely feeling the pain of trying to speed up to a reasonable speed. Feels like it takes way longer than I'm comfortable with. Like, right here. Yeah, when you got laps that, like, last a minute and a half, and there are, like, 3 of them you gotta go through. Right, and then you gotta hit a part like that, where it feels like you did everything right, but somehow you're still just get completely pinballed everywhere. Right, it's like, I wouldn't have the patience for this. Patience is starting to wear a little thin as well. Right, it would be one thing if, you know, driving were better and... but, you know, it feels like you're barely getting any shot at pickups, and it's like less the other racers that are the enemy and more like the track. You're fighting the track itself. Starts getting questionable. Also, in that, the kind of the rubber banding. Like, I'm not sure if this is, like, normal anymore. Feels like it's, like, between normal and whatever the next difficulty up is. I assume it's hard. Looks like hard for sure. Yeah, it feels like it too. Where, yeah, the way it feels like, even if you're kind of making your way back up and kicking butt left and right, the moment you fall off the track, it's like you lose like half of your standing. And of course, first place just gets way ahead and just, you know, commands the lead. It's like no matter what you do, they just keep ahead of you. See, like that. It's like, oh, hey, this is a random section that are just somehow just gonna suddenly fly off the road now, even though, you know, you took it similarly and somehow did not. It's like, oh, man. I guess it should not feel as easy as it does to just go flying off the track, right? It's like, feels like, you know, yeah, you do have to do some handling, maybe some cornering, maybe a little speed control, but it feels like you really gotta dial it way, way back for you to even survive, have a shot at advancing through the race. Not with those big tires, no. I would understand if you were proper eating it, but even I saw you hit the brakes and it took it easy. Yeah, that's the thing. It does feel like a toss-up at certain times, right? It's like, yeah, there were certain times where I did, you know, just hit the gas and somehow, you know, went through the curve like it was nothing. Other times where it feels like I slammed that brake and either I go flying off the track or I end up slowing down so much that the competition just goes sailing ahead of me. Alright, seems like most of them are close together this time. Of course, they're all stealing my pickups. Absolute jerkwads. I had a shot there. And move far. Yeah, and then the worst part is when, you know, you get hit by a car and the car just completely blocks your way, prevents you from advancing at all. You know what? I'm fine with third. Considering how much I had to fight for it, I'll take it. I forget what race we're even on anymore. That's how I've forgotten, I think, how long we spent on that race. That was only the first event. I have 2 of them. Next is Ultimate Race. Oh, I'm so not looking forward to this. If it's anything like the other Ultimate Race, I'm gonna get my butt handed to me hand over fist. Alright, at least I got shields this time. Should probably hang on to them. Hey, where did they come from? They just like sailing over the edge there. I had to assume they used a boost. And of course, since they're computer players, they managed to stay right on the track. Like me, who got physicsed while I was going off of that ramp. My god. My kingdom for a pickup. Sadly, I have to head off to bed now. Good luck racing. Alright. Have a good night. Molecular Shadow Fox, thanks for stopping by. Why can't I get a weapon like that? I feel like that would give me that super massive score boost I've been looking for. Oh well, if I can't get hit points, I can at least get position points. However much that's worth. Gotta be worth a lot, considering that other race knocked me from, like, 1st to 9th. Look at the end, it's like, oh, hey, they got, like, 2,000 points some freaking how. Not today, folks, I have a shield. Alright, where am I standing? Currently 2nd. Well, that's a good feel. Hey, look at that. My position points got me to 2nd. I'll take it. I'll take it. This was a much better ultimate race, all things considered. It does feel like the AI is kind of track dependent, right? There are certain tracks in which feels kind of like you're kind of walking all over the enemy, and then other tracks where maybe not quite so much. Alright. After our 2 events here, barely hanging on the 1st. It's still anyone's game. Let's see. 5th is just 500 points below us, so I think we're in okay standings for now. This is a classic race. As long as I can finish in the middle of the pack, I'll probably accept whatever position I get. Well, I guess currently we got a big, wide open road, so far so good. Oh, first sign of obstacle, which of course I get physics so that my car immediately perpendicular smacks into a wall and puts me to a dead stop. I wish they had like some way to kind of fudge it so that those sorts of scenarios were extremely unlikely to happen, instead of them feeling like they happen. Like, I mean, it's probably like a viewer's bias at work. I'm pretty sure that doesn't happen very often, but when it does happen, it kind of sucks. Alright, I'm doing better. I'm doing better. Of course, anything could still happen. It's probably a long track. I also like to have like metal signs on the road. Makes me think this used to be like one of those, used to be, yeah, one of those roads that used to be traveled on a lot normally before they converted into a death race track. Yeah, of course it'll be the blue shell rocket. Really glad the machine gun is something that locks on, not something you have to manually aim. I'm gonna try this side instead, see where this takes us. Man, it's got lots of boosters. I'd say it's like a practically vertical section of track, so it feels like if you hit it the wrong way, you could fall off and lose a ton of time there. I got swarmers and railgun. We'll see how this goes. Alright, I'm getting closer. Hopefully the swarmers will acquire a lock like it does right now. For some reason, completely whiffs, but I got railgun. Oh, and a missile. Oh boy. Poor opponent got Mario Karted there. Too bad for them, but all good for me. Did I get first? I hope I got first riding on that wall. I absolutely got first. Woo, look at that. Did it in style. Alright, this has me feeling better. I'm gonna go ahead and continue, forget where the last half is at. Because I got all the way through, baby. After that exceptionally grueling first race, the other two were complete pushovers by comparison. Tiebreaker, who cares? I was not part of it. I get to move on. 3 classic races. Let's see how this works. Oh, 2 reverse tracks and then the signal static. I think we'll get through this tier and then I'll probably call it there. Wow. Really ate it there. Definitely feeling the greater engine power this track especially. Definitely feels like we are going going a little more faster than I'm comfortable with. I don't think I got anyone with that railgun shot. Of course you'd spin me sideways when that missile hit. This is only a 2-lap track even. Oh my god, I got physics super hard there. Oh my god. After all this fighting, I'm still in last place. Let's see. First place rocket wouldn't get anywhere. Try it again. Is it just me, or is it like the first race of every tournament in this tier just seems to be excruciatingly difficult, while the rest of the races are relatively more tame by comparison? I'm at least glad that middle pillar is something you can just bust right through. It's like not something that will give you a hard stop. It feels like that's something they would totally do to you. Thankfully, that's not the case here. Alright. Middle of the pack, but I don't expect this to last long. I'm gonna get hit by a weapon, I'm gonna get physics off the track somewhere, I'm gonna lose, like, 3 of my positions in the blink of an eye. Just like that. I almost called it there. Alright, you know what? Rain or shine. I'm gonna take whatever position I get for this race and then try to make it up for the rest of the races. Alright, thankfully I didn't get 180 flipped by that weapon hit, although I got physics by another part of the track. Seriously, where the heck is everyone? Why does it seem like it's like an absolute challenge to even see someone on the track? Much less hit them with, like, any weapon. Alright. Fuck it, I'll take 7th. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully, this will follow the format of the other races, and next 2 will be pushovers. At the very least, I'll get a good enough position that my 7th place finish in this event won't hamper me as badly. Alright, yeah, I'll go to the wastes. We'll see what happens there. Back to the red planet. I think there was like Crash Team Racing had like a nitro field. They had like a track that's kind of like an updated version of sort of that Red Planet space track. Maybe just to like make it kind of cool. Man, I get a capture card. I'm thinking maybe I'll either play like Shadowverse or Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel is my first game. Which one I would probably play. Just get out there with the weapons in the meantime. Make sure I maintain a decent position. Got a shield. For all the good that will probably do me. But not mind a decent offensive weapon at the moment. Or actually, a boost works too. At the very least, it doesn't feel like they're getting way too far ahead, so I feel like something I can reasonably keep pace with as long as I don't mess up too overly. Alright, we'll see how... Yeah, that first wasn't going to last. Not the way I got physicsed off of the scenery there. Where the hell am I? Okay. Put me in the right direction, at least. Are you fucking kidding me? I think the additional engine power is also really screwing me up. Because it just makes the physics go all the more crazier when you accidentally clip a track part the wrong way. First, a railgun shot would do me 180. Got screwed over early on. That was a problem with getting screwed over early on. Sure, you could recover, but that kind of initial hit makes it an uphill battle the whole way. Whereas, you know, if you at least try to get a better standing, right, you don't have to fight your way up. Of course, then the reverse could happen where you find yourself fighting hard for an entire race and like one little mistake and suddenly you've lost everything you fought hard for, which kind of sucks in its own way. Alright. Jesus Christ. You get moments like those. They couldn't even have like implemented something to perhaps veer your car in the right direction if you detect a scenario where you're just gonna drive right into a wall. At least let you keep some of your momentum instead of having to grind it to a halt while trying to put yourself back in the right direction. Well, I guess that's where the reset button comes in. At the very least there, you're facing off in the right direction. That does feel like a bandage, though. It feels like a temporary fix. Or it feels like a quick fix for something that they probably could have tried other fixes on, like, I don't know, fixing up the physics model, or switching up the track to make sure that there's no little bits that can make your cars fly out of the way no matter the speed class. Or like, yeah, like they're right there. I just clipped the side of the pipe and suddenly my speed goes, it drops like a rock. Like, man, world. What's up with that? So they get 180 flip there. Ooh, 2 boosts. Maybe this is our chance. Ah. Seriously, I got a railgun now, but it's like no one even close to me for them to eat. I'm sure my efforts to try to get close is just gonna be met with the absolute BS the whole way through. Ah, you know, I was hoping this race would go easier on me. Ah, yeah. You know what? You know what? I'm done. Enough of this. I'm not gonna keep banging my head against trying to even fight my way towards minimum qualifying position when they're gonna just throw all that. Ugh. All right. Sorry, I have to end it on this note. It was pretty fun up to the point where it seems like they demanded a degree of precision that I'm not quite cut out to give them. Or it feels like even the slightest screw up is just gonna throw you so far off a track, and the AI just gets so much of a lead on you that even trying to meet the minimum requirements is a chore. Ah. It's pretty fun up to that point, though, I have to admit. Right, you don't see too many anti-grav racers of this ilk, and you know their take on it's not too bad. Like, yeah, they committed to the kind of that sort of space used future aesthetic, and even then they had a good variety of tracks. You had the desert track, you had the space track, the red planet track, ice track, biodome track, all that good stuff. You know, it's certainly unique in that regard too, in the concept of everyone using flippable vehicles that can have like giant tires or are hovering. Pretty novel too. Just wish the game had like, I don't know, selectable difficulty settings, or maybe some way to not have your car just go pinballing around at the slightest touch. In any case, I think that's just gonna do it for grip. That'll do it. It was like super cheap. Probably pick it up, have a good time, at least up to the point where you're not having a good time anymore. Yeah. Alright, I think that's gonna do it for this stream. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for tuning in. I will be back on Friday to start a new game. On RPG Time, The Legend of Wright. Actually looks pretty cool. It looks like those kind of games that you would draw like in grade school, right? Where you would like kind of concept it in notebook or on a bunch of scrap on the backs of all your old worksheets and all that stuff. I'm kind of looking forward to see how they kind of capture that feel. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I hope you're looking forward to it too. All right, let's see what's on the raid. Faced with the choose to. I find it so difficult. I feel like something that big person let him loose. I don't know. Got it. Just makes me think twice. I think three. I'm gonna pick one that eventually I just. Alright, you know what? I think I have out. Yeah, okay, I think I've selected my decision. Go ahead and read Ash. It looks like they're playing Fallout New Vegas with a randomizer mod. That seems fascinating. Say them joining in on the raid. Hit them with like I guess up and down and all around raid. Otherwise, I'll see you Friday.